Yo, what's good, y'all? Back with another one. It's been a minute since I did some boxing videos, man, because boxing been on some bullshit. But I feel like it's making us some solid fights coming up. So you got Devin versus Keyshawn. You got Joshua coming back tomorrow. You got Errol Spence coming back tomorrow. So I think that some fights are on the horizon. But as far as Errol Spence versus Tszyu, like going on tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be. I gotta see what Errol look like. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know the first few rounds is gonna be a little like rust there because he ain't been in the ring in 3 years. So I gotta see how he fills it out. But if Earl still has that jab, that crispy jab that he's always had outside of the Terrence Crawford fight, if he still has that jab, then I think he's going to I think he's going to beat Tszyu and keep him at the end of his jab. If he keeps him, and then he could start going to the body and hitting Tszyu with combinations to the body, because that's when Errol Spence is at his best. That's when EJ's at his best, is when he's comboing, is going to the body and then using the jab and then using his power from different angles. But I'm not gonna lie, man. This fight, as an Errol Spence fan, I'm a little nervous. But at the same time, like, I'm excited to see him in the ring. You feel me? So it's a little tough though, man, to make a prediction for this fight. Because like I said, Errol ain't been in the ring in 3 years. But at the same time, it is what it is. Like, he got to get it cracking. And I still feel like he can. So my prediction for this fight is I think Errol Spence is going to beat Tszyu by 11th round stoppage. That's what I think is going to happen. Because I think once Errol, after the first 3 to 4 rounds, I think Earl's going to get in his groove. And I think he's going to get Tszyu out of there eventually. It's going to take some time, but I think he's going to do it. But this, as much as I don't like Tszyu and I think he's not that good, but this, with 3 years out of the ring, I would have thought Errol would have picked a lot of opponent that was more of a layup. But he went after a guy that's been active and he's been in a lot of wars. And plus, they got past history of beef because of all the back and forth on social media. But like I said, if Errol Spence can get in the groove after the first 3 to 4 rounds, after filling everything out, then I think he's going to win this fight, no question. You know what I'm saying? Then we will see what happens after this. But we're going to see what happens with Errol, man. But I'm happy to see my boy back in the ring. Like, I just got to see what's up with him, though, man, because this ain't going to be... You never know what happens with anybody with being outside of the ring for 3 years. Like, it's kind of unprecedented. Like, other great fighters have done it before, but this is different. Like, because I don't know, because I got to see if the punch resistance is there. And also, I got to see if he gets the rust off, because it's one thing to spar and it's another thing to be rusty in a real fight. But like I said, I got Errol Spence with an 11th round stoppage. That might be me sounding a little biased, but I mean, it is what it is. But y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.